NBC5 medical expert Dr. Robin Miller joining us now for this week's Focus on Health.
Thanks for joining us, Dr. Miller.
Thanks for having me.
Our first question tonight, is there a way to deal with negative emotions and stress, especially during this time of year?
Yes. Studies suggest the best way to deal with negative emotions is to acknowledge and embrace them. 3 experiments done on over 1,000 participants did the following. The first was a survey asking if the participants agreed with statements regarding negative emotions about themselves. Those who accepted negative statements had better well-being overall. Second, 156 participants were told to give a speech after a 2-minute preparation. Those who acknowledged their negative feelings about the task were less stressed. And the third task asked 222 participants to keep a journal. Those who acknowledged their negative emotions and had higher levels of well-being.
Wow. All right. Well, why do you think this helps?
I think if you acknowledge them, you can get past them. If you try and avoid them, they're always with you. It's sort of like mindfulness meditation.
I think
You
that
let
makes
them.
sense.
You let them just go.
Just
acknowledge
let it
them and let them go.
Okay, don't procrastinate.
Exactly.
Is what you're saying also. Okay, that's what I heard. All right. Our next question tonight is a little different than the ones we usually ask. It says, I bet a friend that eating super hot peppers can't kill you. Am I correct?
You are incorrect, sort of. Ghost peppers are the hottest peppers in the world. Last year, a man in California ate a hamburger topped with ghost pepper puree. Not too smart. He quickly downed 6 glasses of water and was rushed to the hospital with burning chest pain and uncontrollable vomiting. He developed a collapsed lung and a hole in his esophagus. If he'd not had medical care, he would have died.
My uncle just shared his ghost pepper story this past weekend, and he did not have a good experience either. But what happened with that man?
He was in the hospital for 23 days and ended up with a gastric tube.
Oh my gosh.
It's pretty horrible.
Wow. Finally tonight, we want to know about the strangest medical story you've heard this year.
I've got a good one. A man in China turned green. It turned out every day he'd been eating snails. The snails contain parasites that are called liver flukes. They blocked bile flow from the liver and turned his skin and the whites of his eyes green.
Okay.
Green.
Wow, interesting decision. Is there a way to avoid this problem if you like to
Yes,
eat
if
snails?
you like
In case
snails.
you like to eat snails.
That's right, cook them.
He didn't cook them.
He didn't cook them well enough.
Oh,
So the liver flukes lived in the snails.
that's just sort of gross.
But if you cook the snails, you'll kill the liver flukes.
News you can use.
Exactly.
Those are good tips. Dr. Miller.
Exactly.
Thanks. All right, we want to let you know about a change in focus come the new year. Beginning next week, you'll see Dr. Robin Miller answering your questions on NBC5 News at 5 on Mondays. Well, it's a new time and a different format. You can still ask Dr. Miller your questions and send them to her through our KOBI TV NBC5 Facebook page. It's also a great opportunity for Dr. Miller to give you a preview of who will be joining her in our Docs on Call segment.
Dr. Miller, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Happy New Year, too.
Yeah, same to you.
All right, we'll
And
be
you.
right back. There you go, and you.